around.
Anyway, the music is not playing, so welcome to AJ's Den. So, how is everybody doing today? I haven't seen you guys and talked to you guys in a while. But I want to get on to what I always talk about. This government, this crooked-ass government who's humane. We see that you Trumppetts, Latinos who voted for Trump, you see how much he's caring about you now. He signed an executive order to take away, subsidize the money that the insurance people actually need. So if he takes away that, you guys, as me, insurance premium is gonna rise about 20% or even more. So how is it he's showing that he really care about United States citizens when he's putting in an executive order that it might not pass, but it might will? This shows how much he cares about the rich as well. He's trying to make sure that the rich get their tax break. That's the main reason why he was trying to get rid of Obamacare, aka ACA, that most of you voters who voted for Trump did not know Obamacare was ACA. Now, it's going to affect, I don't know how it's going to affect me because I work for the government and I have the great insurance. But I believe now it's going to affect me on my premium. It's going to raise my premiums up. Excuse me. Too much of stuff on my lips. So, if he said that he's caring about the United States people, and then he is actually just taking the money away from the insurance people to actually provide insurance to subsidize. How is that showing that he's caring about the people who voted for him? I always ask this question, but nobody can never answer it. Trumppetts, why did you think? I want to repeat this. Trumppetts, why did you think Trump can understand your problem when he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth? I want you guys to answer that question. He cannot understand someone is poor, and he is showing it. He is giving a tax break for the rich. It have nothing to do with you guys. You sit your ass up here. You roar in the raw area of all you Caucasians that sit in the back that's collecting welfare but blaming on African Americans. That's collecting unemployment, blaming on African Americans. That is entitled, and you blame that on African Americans. It's funny how you blame these things on African Americans and you are doing the same. You're doing more because you are the majority. So what make you think that he can comprehend or understand you? I'm talking about Trump. You voted this guy in and he's taking away your Medicare. He's taking away Obama. He's taking away ACA, that is Obamacare. He's taking away all the things that you're living off. And you really thought he was going to understand you. You don't, but this is the problem. I'm going to tell you why you thought that. Because you want to hurt African Americans, and at the long run, you are hurting your own interests. You're hurting your own self. You have hurt your own self. This man is signing stuff in, doing executive order, showing his, going like this, showing his signature. You have never seen a damn president do something like that. Have you ever heard of a president tweet out yesterday and says, Puerto Rico, FEMA, and all the other people who's doing amazing jobs, not saying shit about the people going through it in Puerto Rico. And let's not forget about U.S. Virgin Island, because people keep on forgetting about them because they're really dark. Let's not forget about them. So we see that this guy is saying and threatening Puerto Rico that he's not going to give it, basically not going to give no more money. But did anybody know that president that 45 owed Puerto Rico $33 million? Did y'all know that? For the golf course in Puerto Rico? He owed them personally, not because he's a president in United States. He owed them personally $33 million. Why don't you asshole that's in the damn White House pay Puerto Rico? Why don't you pay them the money that you owe them? And they can do fine. They can buy supplies. Nobody's not talking about that. Nobody's. If you don't know the true fact about what is going on, this man actually owed Puerto Rico $33 million, his personal money. Nobody's not talking about that. This, I just, right now it just kills me to even think that the people who voted for him really thought that he was a good businessman. Everywhere that he has gone, he have either bankrupted the place or he filed bankruptcy. And I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to do with United States. But no one understands that. Somehow you guys don't understand this. This is what he's doing. Why is that a problem that you guys are still supporting this guy and he is not doing nothing for you? He's not helping the economy. He's really driving the economy down. He's trying to help his rich friends. Y'all cannot get it. Don't get it at all. You're still sitting there, oh yes, he's doing a great job. He's doing a wonderful job. He's not. He shows it every day that he have no humanity. To threaten these people who went through a hurricane, by the way, are United States citizens, and I truly believe this guy really think that U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico is not part of United States. I truly believe that. I truly believe that, and the reason why I think he's saying in his whack ass fucking mind, he thinks that Puerto Rico is not part of the United States is because they speak Spanish. I truly believe that. He doesn't want to support Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands is because they speak different. But he can support Russia. He can support Russia. He will not say nothing bad about Russia. So at the end of the day, people, this is what kills me. You guys are still supporting this guy that his facial year started on the 30th of last month, and he have not done, and he been in office for 10 months and have not done a damn thing. It's two more months and it's going to be a year. He haven't did a damn thing for the United States. He's the most laziest fuck, uneducated person. He doesn't do anything. All he does is tweet. I'm presidential. You have never seen a president that tweets so much. Hell, if they give him the codes right now, I wouldn't be surprised the bitch put the codes on the on Twitter. He tweets it out. Listen, you guys really, really messed up. I want to say to you Hispanics who now is begging this guy that he's supposed to give help. 29% of you voted for him. 29%. 11% of the electoral voters voted for him. I want you to soak that in your fucking head. You helped put him in office. Now you have to deal with it. I'm sorry to say, I know you're my brother and sister, but you have to deal with what you have put into play. You put this guy into office. You put this guy. I'm going to try to get this video up. I'm just going to get off that because I want you guys to remember you guys put him in office. Not all of you, but 29% of you put him in office. Now you need help. This guy, like you are nothing to him. Why? Because you're dark. You're dark. I'm trying to get this video up. I want you guys to hear this Caucasian woman cussing this African American professor out who teach at a college. I hope I can get it up. I know it's on my YouTube. My Facebook. Had to put that on my Facebook. But this is what they're thinking. I'm so tired of the media. The media have put out propaganda about us left and right. And these Caucasians are really, really, I'm going to do like your president. Really, 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 really. A very, very, you know how you talk. Like a fucking kindergarten. The news media have really put out lies, and these Caucasians are really believing this propaganda. They really believe that we live in the ghetto. All of us live in the ghetto. We're killing each other. They love bringing up Chicago. They have nothing else to bring up, but they will bring up Chicago all day long because that's all they can bring up. That's all they can share with the people. That's all they're gonna pass out. They don't talk about what we have contribute in United States. But this is what they want to believe. They want to believe we're monkeys. We need to go back to Africa. I say, let's go. I'm talking about let's leave this bitch where it is. If we could buy up some land in Africa and tell those white folks to get the fuck out of Africa and bring their asses over here, go ahead. Go ahead. You know what's gonna happen is two things. What's gonna happen? We're no longer here. Some white folks gonna follow us because they love African Americans and they have kids from African Americans. Other thing, this country gonna fall down. When they see their country falling down, they're gonna turn around and bomb us because they're gonna see Africa progressing. Simple as that. Or they'll try to come back over here and they'll go back over to Africa and try to enslave us again. Because we was doing that before they brought us over here. We already had cities. They had to invent a city. We already had money. They had to invent money. See? I'm trying to get this up. I want you guys to hear. I want you guys to hear what I heard. And it's a shame. 10 minutes. She stayed on that phone more than 10 minutes. And she ramped and called this professor every name in the book. So, if anybody recognize her voice, this is what's going to happen on her part. She going to sit up there and say, I didn't mean to do it. I was going through something. You Caucasians lie a lot. I swear you do. I didn't mean to do it. I was just going through a lot and please forgive me. I didn't mean to really do that. I just can't do it. That's just not me. Usually, most of you guys think all you have to do is apologize and you'll be okay. You think we'll accept your apology? You can do whatever you want. All you gotta do is just say, I'm sorry. That's all. I'm having a hard time getting in here. Let me see this. Go on my Facebook. So I want you guys. I want you guys to hear this rant. I really do. I'm just so tired of you guys are playing innocent. You're not innocent. You do things that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So. And I want to expose you guys. I go in my Facebook. I want to play this. I want to play this. I really want to. I want you guys to hear this woman really talking to this professor who teach at Maryland University. A very highly respectable professor, and he just played to let you guys hear it. And this is the attitude that let me go on my thing. This is the attitude that African Americans have to hear. All the time. And it kills me. It kills me. When most of these Caucasians actually try to speak for us. They know us. They know how we are living. They know what we are doing. They know all about us. I had one on social media, and he was saying, that oh look, trying to get this, that he said that African Americans continue to do wrong. They continue to live unbelievable in the ghetto and blase. And I say, I didn't know you was African American. I didn't know that you know how we act and do all these things. I tell people all the time, anytime you see African Americans, I'm not blaming all the behavior on Caucasians, but Caucasians. Where the hell you think we pick up this attitude from? Our ancestors lost everything. Everything. Lost everything. I'm trying to get this damn video, because I really want you guys to hear it. Somehow I'm going to have a hard time getting this video, and I really want you guys to hear this video. Okay. I am going to try one more time on this video because I really want you guys to hear this. I want you to hear this rant, what this lady, I could give other names real quick. I can tell you real quick how I want to say it. But, oh, here we go. I want you guys to hear this video. I really do. This is a Caucasian female. Really called a professor who's a professor at Maryland. 10 minute, I'm not going to play it all, 10-minute video. 10-minute leaving a voicemail. His name is Jesse Nichols. He's a professor who teach history. That we all know that you Caucasians are afraid of history and you try to get rid of everything what's going on. And if it wasn't for African Americans, this country wouldn't be as it is. You guys have erased a lot of stuff. And for instance, it was I forget his name, the first African American Speaker of the House. A lot of people would say that it never was a Speaker of the House, of an African American Speaker of the House. It was, but because you guys have really take history out of, try to take everything that African Americans have done out of the playbook. You guys, and a lot of you Caucasians don't know that. A lot of you Caucasians remember when the Reds are coming. They was on a horse. And they always talk about the white person who actually said, the Reds are coming, going down for the coat. Well, it was also a black man who was doing that as well. It's so much of history out there that you guys have really took away from us. And then when we start complaining about it, like Ditka, he stood up there and say, there haven't been any oppression since 100 years. See, my problem is, with his comment is, how can you say that when you're a white man? How could you say that? So I'm going to play this video. I want you guys to hear it completely. What this lady said to a professor who teach history at the
This message is for Jason Nicholas. I've been listening to him on Fox. You people cannot live in a civilized society because you're fucking primates and you're uncivilized. You know, you people are disgusting. You don't belong here. To listen, press 0. To delete, press *Z. To skip, press the pound sign. You know, you belong in Africa where all the jungle monkeys are. What are you, that stupid? You can't even fucking get out of the ghetto. You love it because you like to do your drugs. You like to live in filth. Let's face it, that's who you are. Put your fucking drugs down. Stop stealing from me. As a white person, 50 years of affirmative action. I couldn't get a job because of you fucking niggas. Voice message from the white people have given you everything with a silver spoon. You know, and you can't even get out of the fucking ghetto. All you do is kill each other. You should be kneeling for the security people who help the fucking athletes, who protect them. That's who you should be kneeling for. The policemen who sit there and protect these fucking piece of shit athletes. You're disgusting as a race. You really are. And if I were black, I'd be so fucking humiliated and embarrassed. It's about time you hear.
I just want you guys to hear that. If she was black, first of all, that's a color, not an ethnicity. But let's go there. If she was black, she wouldn't be saying that because we're compassionate people. That's crazy. She would be ashamed or humiliated or something like that if she was black. Don't come up here with that bullshit. Don't. Not at all. You guys always doing that. You say you people, you Caucasians always doing that. Like I was talking about that guy on my social media. I have blacks friends and they always have to make an excuse for other blacks. And I politely told him, if you have black friends, they shouldn't be your friend because you only see them and you're using them as a prop because you have to say you have black friends. Why can't they just be your friend? So you guys heard that, and I always talk about the Caucasian woman rage. Now, she says she couldn't find a job. That's on you. I guarantee she wouldn't go out and get an education. We have nothing, so we stopping you guys for getting a job. Interesting. You blame the Mexicans as well. They stop you too. How is that? We're highly educated. We go to school about 8 years after we get our masters. And you blame us because you barely have a high school diploma. Interesting. You blame every race of your problem what you have. How can every race cause your problem when you do not want to do nothing in life? How could you blame a problem on African Americans when your ancestors enslaved our ancestors? Because we became successful, you have a problem with that. You know how we became successful? We went to school. We have not begged or borrowed for anything. If we become a manager, a supervisor, anything in any job, we bust our ass because we know you Caucasians will not allow us to do simple things like your people do to become a manager or supervisor. We have to work twice to get something out of this country. But yet, you would blame it on us. How is that so? Again, I'm going to remind you, our ancestors were enslaved. We have to work twice as hard to maintain or to get anything in life. But yet, you guys continue to blame African Americans on your problem. I am so sick and tired. That's why I wanted you guys to hear the recording, the voicemail that this Caucasian left. A Caucasian woman has more hatred in her heart than a Caucasian man, but a Caucasian man will follow that Caucasian woman. I want to play this again. I'm sorry. I wanted to play this video again. I want you guys to hear it. Get it in your soul. I want you guys to understand how hatred is formed. I want you guys to understand. Stop thinking of what you thought, that these racist kids were nowhere to be found. Trump gave them a okay to come out. Okay to come out. Let me tell you, I sometimes, because I like watching TV that much, so I'll get on and play spades on my phone. And I was playing spades. Me and this African American guy, we were tearing these Caucasians up. It just so happened these Caucasians were playing against us. And while we're on there, we was like kicking butt. They couldn't even get nothing in. No cards. We had a great hand. The last card came. This Caucasian, before she left, she said this. This is her word. And I usually don't say this word, but I'm going to say it today. Fuck you, nigger. That's what she said. That's what she said, because she lost. Exactly what she said. I've been searching for her ass through the on spades for the longest. It's another one I saw. We was playing, and this Caucasian was playing with an African American guy, and he wasn't playing that well, and they lost. And before he left at the last card, he said, "Fucking nigger." Typed it up, said it. Listen, Trump gave them okay. They never left. They just was working with you guys every day. And when you get promoted, they were going home calling you the N-word. You knew they exist around here. Why them the same kids of the kids who was watching our ancestors hang and burn? You thought they left? They went somewhere? Mm-mm. These are the same people who blame their destruction, their jobless, everything what is bad on African Americans. Yet they won't go and get an education. Not at all. I'm going to leave out with this video playing. I want y'all to soak it in by the time I leave. I'm going to let it play, and then I'm going to go. Because this is what we have to go through. And a lot of Caucasians sit up there and say we don't have to go through anything. Dicker saying that they haven't been in the oppression since 100 years. Mike Dicker. They're constantly letting Trump dictate. Let me tell you about the fucking flag. Fuck that flag. That's how I feel about that flag. We have injustice in this America. They are protesting. They have the rights. The athletes have the right to protest. The First Amendment gives them that right. You do not own them, NFL. You do not own them, NBA. They are no longer slaves, bitch. Stop thinking that you own slaves. I'm talking to the athletes. You have the power. Don't ever think you don't. All of you athletes have the power. Because if you don't play, they don't make no money. And people will start handing in their tickets and everything. You have the power. All of you African American men who run down that field, who run down that court, who do everything, play tennis, all you guys have the power. It's not too many African Americans in hockey. But if you're good, you have the power. I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. You have the power. If you stop playing, you have the power. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have the power. We know that we have some house Negroes in the NFL. Ray Lewis. We know we have that. We know we have some house Negroes. To sit right by a master. Yes, you surely is right. You surely is right. Jimmy Jones, you got something coming on. You think you're better than anyone. And Dallas, y'all haven't won in years. But you trying to control these African American men. You have the power, athletes. You have the power. I am out of here. I just want to play this. And I'm sorry I took so long. I just really wanted you guys to hear this recording. And I'm sorry I took a long time to I had to get in my Facebook to play it. I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to understand. Trumppetts, you're not going to understand. You're not going to listen because you are hurting your own self. And the reason why you're hurting your own self is because you want to hurt African American and people of color, black and brown. Hispanics who actually voted for this guy, we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you. Anybody who actually voted for this guy and really thought that this guy was going to look out for you and you are not rich, sad to say, we tried to tell you. A billionaire that he quote unquote say he's been, I doubt it. But you constantly sitting up here believing what he's doing. You hurting your own interests. You vote against your own interests. You don't see nothing what Trump is not trying to do for you. He is hurting you. Not one time has Trump did anything for the poor and the middle class. He is trying to help the rich. Now, the executive order he put through, it's not helping you guys. It's not. His facial year started September the 30th of this year. It's not going to help you guys. It's not. It's going to hurt the whole economy. He's trying to erase President Obama. You cannot erase someone who was good. The best president we ever had came and cleaned up Bush shit. He cleaned up Bush shit. So, before I go, I want you guys to hear this recording again. I want you to soak in. Trump gave these Caucasians an okay to come out. And I'm glad you're coming out. You expose yourself because you cannot go back in once this guy get the fuck out. So, You hate somebody because of the color of their skin. You go ahead. I just want to play this again. I want you guys to hear the hatred what Caucasian women have that the Caucasian men will follow.
This message is for Jason Nicholas. I've been listening to him on Fox. You people cannot live in a civilized society because you're fucking primates and you're uncivilized. You know, you people are disgusting. You don't belong here. To listen, press 0. To delete, press *Z. To skip, press the pound sign. You know, you belong in Africa where all the jungle monkeys are. What are you, that stupid? You can't even fucking get out of the ghetto. You love it because you like to do your drugs. You like to live in filth. Let's face it, that's who you are. Put your fucking drugs down. Stop stealing from me. As a white person, 50 years of affirmative action. I couldn't get a job because of you fucking niggas. Voice message from the white people have given you everything with a silver spoon. You know, and you can't even get out of the fucking ghetto. All you do is kill each other. You should be kneeling for the security people who help the fucking athletes, who protect them. That's who you should be kneeling for. The policemen who sit there and protect these fucking piece of shit athletes. You're disgusting as a race. You really are. And if I were black, I'd be so fucking humiliated and embarrassed. It's about time you hear.
Okay, I said that I was going, but I do want to address, as the affirmative action, I want to address that. The affirmative action quote and said that it helped us get jobs. No, it didn't. It helped more Caucasian women than it will help us. Affirmative action is for the Caucasian woman. That's funny. But people who are uneducated, don't know no better, and know nothing about what's going on in the United States, they split it out because that's come off from the news media. So I just want to say that. I just had to comment on that. Learn your history, people. Holla!